Behavior, the range of actions of individuals, organisms, systems, or artificial entities in some environment. These systems can include other systems or organisms as well as the inanimate physical environment. It is the computed response of the system or organism to various stimuli or inputs, whether internal or external, conscious or subconscious, overt or covert, and voluntary or involuntary. While some behavior is produced in response to an organism's environment, extrinsic motivation, behavior can also be the product of intrinsic motivation, also referred to as agency or free will. Taking a behavior informatics perspective, a behavior consists of actor, operation, interactions, and their properties. This can be represented as a behavior vector. A broader definition of behavior, applicable to plants and other organisms, is similar to the concept of phenotypic plasticity. It describes behavior as a response to an event or environment change during the course of the lifetime of an individual, differing from other physiological or biochemical changes that occur more rapidly, and excluding changes that are a result of development, ontogeny. Behavior can be regarded as any action of an organism that changes its relationship to its environment. Behavior provides outputs from the organism to the environment. Behaviors can be either innate or learned from the environment, or both, dependent on the organism. The more complex nervous systems, or brains, are, the more influence learning has on behavior. However, even in mammals, a large fraction of behavior is genetically determined. For instance, prairie voles tend to be monogamous while meadow voles are more promiscuous, a difference that is strongly determined by a single gene, of pair 1A, encoding a receptor for the peptide hormone vasopressin. The endocrine system and the nervous system likely influence human behavior. Complexity in the behavior of an organism may be correlated to the complexity of its nervous system. Generally, organisms with more complex nervous systems have a greater capacity to learn new responses and thus adjust their behavior. Consumer behavior is the behavior of humans when they act or treated as consumers. Ethology is the scientific and objective study of animal behavior, usually with a focus on behavior under natural conditions, and viewing behavior as an evolutionarily adaptive trait. Behaviorism is a term that also describes the scientific and objective study of animal behavior, usually referring to measured responses to stimuli or trained behavioral responses in a laboratory context, without a particular emphasis on evolutionary adaptivity. In management, behaviors are associated with desired or undesired focuses. Managers generally note what the desired outcome is, but behavioral patterns can take over. These patterns are the reference to how often the desired behavior actually occurs. Before a behavior actually occurs, antecedents focus on the stimuli that influence the behavior that is about to happen. After the behavior occurs, consequences fall into place. Consequences consist of rewards or punishments. Social behavior is behavior among two or more organisms within the same species, and encompasses any behavior in which one member affects the other. This is due to an interaction among those members. Social behavior can be seen as similar to an exchange of goods, with the expectation that when one gives, one will receive the same. This behavior can be affected by both the qualities of the individual and the environmental, situational, factors. Therefore, social behavior arises as a result of an interaction between the organism and its environment. This means that, in regards to humans, social behavior can be determined by both the individual characteristics of the person, and the situation they are in. Behavior informatics, also called behavior computing, explores behavior intelligence and behavior insights from the informatics and computing perspectives. Different from applied behavior analysis from the psychological perspective, BI builds computational theories, systems, and tools to qualitatively and quantitatively model, represent, analyze, and manage behaviors of individuals, groups, and/or organizations. Health behavior refers to a person's beliefs and actions regarding their health and well-being. Health behaviors are direct factors in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Health behaviors are influenced by the social, cultural, and physical environments in which we live. they are shaped by individual choices and external constraints. Positive behaviors help promote health and prevent disease, while the opposite is true for risk behaviors. Health behaviors are early indicators of population health. Because of the time lag that often occurs between certain behaviors and the development of disease, these indicators may foreshadow the future burdens and benefits of health risk and health-promoting behaviors. A variety of studies have examined the relationship between health behaviors and health outcomes, example Blackster 1990, and have demonstrated their role in both morbidity and mortality. These studies have identified 7 features of lifestyle which were associated with lower morbidity and higher subsequent long-term survival, Belloc and Breslow 1972. Avoiding snacks. Eating breakfast regularly. Exercising regularly. Maintaining a desirable body weight. Moderate alcohol intake. Not smoking. Sleeping 7-8 HRS per night. Health behaviors impact upon individuals' quality of life, by delaying the onset of chronic disease and extending active lifespan. Smoking, alcohol consumption, diet, gaps in primary care services and low screening uptake are all significant determinants of poor health, and changing such behaviors should lead to improved health. For example, in U.S. Healthy People 2000, United States Department of Health and Human Services, lists increased physical activity, changes in nutrition and reductions in tobacco, alcohol, and drug use as important for health promotion and disease prevention. Treatment approach. Any interventions done are matched with the needs of each individual in an ethical and respected manner. Health belief model encourages increasing individuals' perceived susceptibility to negative health outcomes and making individuals aware of the severity of such negative health behavior outcomes, e.g. through health promotion messages. In addition, the health belief model suggests the need to focus on the benefits of health behaviors and the fact that barriers to action are easily overcome. The theory of planned behavior suggests using persuasive messages for tackling behavioral beliefs to increase the readiness to perform a behavior, called intentions. The theory of planned behavior advocates the need to tackle normative beliefs and control beliefs in any attempt to change behavior. Challenging the normative beliefs is not enough, but to follow through the intention with self-efficacy from individuals' mastery in problem solving and task completion is important to bring about a positive change. Self-efficacy is often cemented through standard persuasive techniques. Behavior, the range of actions, reactions, and activities of an individual, organism, or system in response to internal or external stimuli. It is observable and measurable, encompassing everything from simple physical actions to complex cognitive and social processes, and can be influenced by factors like genetics, environment, and learning. Behavior can also refer to how a system or machine operates, representing its response to inputs. Key aspects of behavior. Observable and measurable. Behavior is defined as what an organism does and can be observed, heard, or measured, such as the frequency of a specific action or the volume of a sound. This allows for consistent understanding and tracking without subjective interpretation. Response to stimuli. An individual's behavior is their way of acting in response to specific situations or stimuli, which can be internal, thoughts, feelings, or external, environment, other people. Influencing factors. A multitude of factors can influence behavior, including genetics, learning, social interactions, and physiological processes. Human behavior, for example, is shaped by both environmental and genetic factors. Adaptation. Behavior provides adaptive mechanisms for organisms to adjust to environmental changes and manipulate their surroundings. Fields of study. Understanding behavior is central to many fields, including psychology, neuroscience, ethology, animal behavior, sociology, and anthropology. Modification. While some behaviors may feel automatic, they can be modified or changed over time. Examples of behavior. Stress eating, a person eating when feeling stressed, even without hunger. Giving up, a person ceasing to try when facing challenges. Social actions, actions directed at others, such as social interaction or communication. Cognitive actions, actions related to obtaining and using knowledge. Physical actions, a child reaching for a toy, or an animal moving to find shelter. Simply put, behavior is all about exploring and discovering why we do the things we do. In scientific terms, behavior is a subject of study within the field of behavioral research, which aims to understand the causes, mechanisms, and consequences of different behaviors. Scientists observe and study different behaviors to learn what makes us behave the way we do. It includes a wide range of fields, such as psychology, neuroscience, animal behavior and ethology, sociology, and anthropology. Types of behavior. When it comes to behavior, it can take on various forms and types, each with its unique characteristics and significance. It can be influenced by a multitude of factors, such as genetics, environment, learning, social interactions, and physiological processes. Understanding the different types of behavior allows researchers to examine and analyze behavior from various perspectives. Behavior can be categorized into different types, including overt behavior, observable actions, covert behavior, internal mental processes, and social behavior, interactions between individuals. Let's dive a little deeper into the different categories of behavior studied in scientific research. Overt behavior refers to observable actions or activities that can be directly seen and measured. These behaviors can include physical movements, gestures, vocalizations, or any other visible manifestations. For example, a person walking, a dog barking, or a child raising their hand in a classroom are all examples of overt behaviors. By studying overt behavior, researchers can examine the actions and responses individuals exhibit in different situations. Covert behavior, also known as internal behavior, refers to the mental processes and activities that occur within an individual's mind and are not directly observable. These behaviors encompass cognitive processes like thinking, memory, perception, problem solving, and decision making. While we cannot see these behaviors directly, their influence can be inferred through observable actions and external indicators. Psychologists and neuroscientists employ various methods, such as neuroimaging techniques, to study covert behaviors and understand the underlying cognitive processes. Social behavior involves interactions and relationships between individuals or groups. It encompasses a wide range of behaviors, including communication, cooperation, aggression, affiliation, empathy, and altruism. By studying social behavior in either animals or humans, researchers aim to unravel the dynamics of social interactions, the formation of social bonds, and the impact of social factors on individuals' behavior and well-being. Social behavior is of particular importance in research fields such as sociology, anthropology, and animal behavior studies. Measuring and studying behavior. The study of behavior involves observing, describing, and measuring behavioral patterns displayed by individuals or groups, as well as investigating the underlying mechanisms and processes that drive them. Researchers use various methods and techniques, such as observations and experiments. When studying human behavior, researchers can also use surveys or physiological measurements to collect data and analyze behavioral phenomena. Understanding behavior. Understanding behavior is crucial for gaining insights into how organisms interact with their surroundings, adapt to changes, make decisions, and navigate social relationships. It allows researchers to explore topics such as motivation, cognition, emotion, learning, development, and social dynamics. By studying behavior, scientists can unravel the complexities of human and animal life, shedding light on the mechanisms that drive behaviors, identifying factors that influence behavior, and developing interventions or treatments for behavioral disorders. It helps us comprehend the intricacies of our own actions and those of other living beings, ultimately contributing to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit. In short, behavior refers to the actions and reactions of individuals or groups that can be observed and measured. Behavioral research helps us uncover why people act the way they do, exploring the causes, processes, and outcomes of behavior in different settings. By looking at various types of behavior, what we think, what we do, and how we interact, researchers gain a deeper understanding of how people function. These insights not only reveal the complexities of human and animal behavior but also drive progress in fields like psychology, education, and healthcare, helping us better understand the world. Thank you for watching this video.